get into more medical stuff now. Let's talk about this Bolton bundle or the Bolton graft.
I had met Dr. Chambers and
he practiced in Tennessee.
That's exactly right. He had a practice in Tennessee.
And your connection.
Well, you know, I have lots of connections through Dr. Chambers, but the most important connection that I have with them is obviously my staff, who all works for him, that are like his goddaughter. I mean, that's how he had these awesome relationships with his staff. But you know, when I was working in Tennessee, unfortunately, Dr. Chambers had passed away. He had a plane crash, and
with his staff.
Yes, it was a horrible, horrible thing. But anyways, he was a very big name in the transplant industry. Had a huge practice. Everybody who met this guy loved him. I mean, you meet this guy from everybody who's met him.
I've heard great stories about him.
Yeah. So he did the older styles because he's been around forever. So he was doing the plugs, but he was doing some different things that were cutting edge. And because he had passed away, I was seeing all of his old patients.
Right.
And one of the things that I saw is he used to do this spiral in the crown with 15, 25 hair punch biopsy plugs.
Okay.
And so he was able to get this angle sharp enough with these big, huge plugs. And from one procedure, these guys told me they would have this crazy density. And I said, well, that's amazing. He's able to do that with the big, huge plug. Well, but at that point, the industry already had gone to one hair grafts. And so then they were only using 1 hair, 2 hair grafts everywhere. And I'm like, well.
So he was doing something a little different.
Well, because this was an older style. And he was making this old style work. So I said that this doesn't make sense. Why are we getting away from this when this was creating that density and this fullness? Why are we moving all the way to the other extreme? So what I was constantly trying to do was figure out that middle ground, incorporating some of those stronger grafts and then fine-tuning it with the smaller grafts and blending it all together.
And mixing it all up is like what I like to describe it as, just mixing it all up. So it's never the same. You know, nobody has the same thing. Everybody's different. We're all born looking different. Why should we all have the same hair? Hello.
There you go.
Tell us about the Bolton bundle.
Okay, there you go. You got it on the money. That's right. Everybody is different. Everyone's got to be treated different when we do a hair transplant. We got to make sure that it blends in with you, how you've lost your hair and your
Because I love your hair, but I don't want your hair and you don't want mine. You know what I mean?
Actually, you know what I do. You got some freaking gorgeous hair.
Thank you.
I'll take it.